Yeah. Are we live now? I did. Um, let's see. Okay, I can hear myself, but not you on the stream. Okay, so we're both muted then.
Nope. Now we're both unmuted. Now we're both gonna be.
Oh no!
And now we're both unmuted. I think I have
Nice.
you. I think I have you where I need you, audio wise. Boom, boom,
Okay.
boom. Hi, folks. I'm eating
Excuse me.
my food post.
You're eating it?
Mm-hmm.
And how will we have any food posts if it's gone?
I'm going to describe it in great detail. Mmm. Ah. Share my food post? My food post is a Cheez-It. Have you ever had Cheez-Its, Paleo?
I have. And also you said a Cheez-It, like a singular Cheez-It?
Yes.
Just one.
Just one. Just one Cheez-It. But have you ever had the big Cheez-Its?
The big ones?
Yeah, they have like big sized Cheez-It.
I don't know if I've had big ones before.
Has anyone in the chat had big sized Cheez-Its? This is important. For research. Because I'm like, for some reason I would think that they taste weird compared to Cheez-Its, but they should just taste the same. Okay. Let's see. White cheddar Cheez-Its go hard though. All right. Well, folks, hello, and welcome in to the Semi-Perfect Podcast. It is October 5th, 2022, and currently joining me right now, the one, the only, PaleoSteno.
Hello.
Paleo, how are you doing?
Doing okay.
Good, good. I saw that you released a video earlier today.
I did, and it's about a thing we're talking about.
It is about a thing we're talking about. I watched your video, and I realized, oh no, spoilers for what he'll say later. But I'll be very curious to hear people's thoughts. Sarah's going to be joining us here very shortly. She got off work later than she anticipated. So she'll be with us, and then whoever else wants to dip in here throughout the night.
Saber at 9:01 said, "On our way."
On our way. Nice. So we will be catching up with folks here very shortly. Why don't we go ahead and jump into food posts right now, because Sarah's gonna get home and be like, "You're still on food posts," and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah." So why don't we do that? Go through some food postage. If you're new to the podcast, hashtag SPP Foods on Twitter. We want to see what you're eating currently, maybe what you ate earlier. Worst case, what you're going to eat. I want to see food.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not gonna like one of them.
Uh-oh. Now I'm scared. I'm scared. Let's see here. I'm not gonna like one of them. All right. I think I'm going to pull up Twitter here and see the food posts that you all are going to grace me with. So yes, this is a semi-perfect podcast. If you're new to the podcast, this is a podcast where we talk about, anything and everything. Typically media related, My Little Pony related, food related, us related. Thank you all for joining us here today. I hope you're all having a wonderful Wednesday. As we are into October already. So that's gnarly. Yeah. I'm pulling up the stream on this other computer just to monitor it. Hell yeah. Let's see. All right. So I'm not going to like one of these. That just makes me excited. Why am I not going to like one of these? I wonder. Alright, I think I got that up. Got that going. Yes. Yes. You might hear a noise. It's my steering wheel for iRacing for some reason is going crazy. Which, by the way, I will probably be streaming later tonight. Some iRacing. Probably around 8:45 or 9 Pacific time. So, yeah, if you want to join in on that, that's on Twitch. RPD_gaming on Twitch. So you can join there for more goofiness throughout the night. Alright. Oh no. Alright. I may have caught a glimpse of the one that you were talking about. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to scroll here. I'm going to move my mic briefly. And let's kick things into high gear. All right. Work and work. Yes, it worked. Sweet. Okay, so where do we go from here? All right. I don't remember this one from last time, so I'm going to read this one. Rider Storm, pin key, says, just got some Culver's custard after work. Devil food cake flavor before the stream. I ate it, and it was good. So that's good. I hope you enjoyed that last time. Yes. Culver's. Culver's is quite the gem. I enjoy Culver's. I try to stop by a Culver's whenever I'm in an area of a Culver's, which is not often. Have you been to a Culver's, Paleo?
You know, out of all the times we've been to Wisconsin and Illinois, I don't think I've actually been to a Culver's.
I think the only time I've been to Culver's while there is when I've been going back to the airport. I feel like that's the only times I've been. But
I should order some next time we go, if we go.
Wait, Jack's in the chat. Jax, get in here, dude.
Yeah, I told him that earlier in the chat.
We gotta talk about stuff, Jax, like food. I just realized I pulled up something. I don't even know what that was. Oh, the general chat rules.
Discord.
No bad thing. Let no bad happen. All right, let's see here. Elwin says, I had everything but the kitchen sink pizza and a shot of Tippy Cow chocolate. A rum and cream drink for dinner. Oh. Rum and cream? That's what pirates drink. Nathaniel Fogus is currently having some quinoa. Quinoa. Topped with a mixture Bush's spicy baked beans, sausage, ham, chicken, and some spicy sopresta? A deli meat. This definitely made for quite the tasty meal. Oh my gosh. That's just a lot. Like, wow.
It's pronounced quinoa.
Eh.
Oh God!
Jax,
They summoned me.
I need to talk to
pony
you.
People.
I needed to talk to you about something later.
Yeah.
Because oh my God, did I have an experience last night?
Oh, like a good experience for one of those food ones.
No.
Oh. Okay.
We'll get into it though. Base has got out of work early tonight. Picked me up some Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah.
And Cajun fries. What is your guys' opinion of Popeyes?
It's fucking orgasmic, but I'm black, so I can say that. No, I honestly.
It's been a long time since I've had Popeyes.
Popeyes when fresh.
Because there's not really a lot of them like around me.
Popeyes when fresh is unrivaled in my opinion. Like real talk, like if you go to a Popeyes and you get it like fresh and it's just like that is a feast. That is like really good. Like sometimes I want to say it's my favorite food, but then I remember I'm black in the stereotype, so I'm like, oh, I like Whataburger instead. So I have to like pretend. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, Popeyes is amazing. I love Popeyes.
I saw Paleo going after you on Twitter because of Whataburger earlier.
No, I don't care. Tommy and Katie are on my side, so I'm okay.
Listen, next time we gotta go to HarmonyCon and compare.
I just want to mukbang a bunch of burgers, okay?
What's mukbang?
I want a Pokemon. Do it. I just want to like have
it's
like
where
a
you sit in front of a camera and just eat.
Oops!
Food.
I just realized I'm on Sarah's Twitter account.
Oh, so you saw some looties.
Oh, she's looking
Sarah.
at bad things. No,
Sarah is not supposed to be looking at bad things.
Bad. I'm going to swap things over. I'm like liking everything on her Twitter account. And she's probably like,
oh yeah, she's gonna be. Who's Ned? Why do we have to bring him back?
Ned.
Yeah. And hashtags.
Ned. Oh, bring.
Who's Ned?
Oh no.
Write a tweet as Sarah. I hate wrecking milk.
I think that might be a small topic for later, but well, actually, I doubt it really will be. I can't imagine, but I'm gonna check real quick. I guess I'll click the hashtag.
I hate Fix It Felix.
It's the it's a hashtag related to the Try Guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, whatever that is. That we don't care about them. Let's talk about some good stuff. Like food.
Let's talk about some happy stuff like food. All right. So, anyways, Popeye's chicken, very nice choice.
Delicious.
We just had one open kind of near my work, so I might indulge.
You have to get it fresh.
Fresh, of course.
Yeah, but no, because like even though fried chicken is one of those foods, like fried chicken is honestly like pizza. It's good when it's hot or it's good when it's cold. Like it's weird like that. But like if you get Popeyes when it's fresh, that is way superior.
Well, what do? Do you go through the drive-thru and say, "I would like your fresh chicken sandwich, please"?
Well, no, they'll have an attitude. Well, over here, like that, there's like the meme going around of like it's like Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A, where Chick-fil-A is like overly polite, Popeyes is ghetto as shit. Like, man, get your fucking chicken, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out. So it's just like you just gotta go at a good time.
Whereas like Chick-fil-A, they're like, my pleasure.
My pleasure. It's like, man, get your fucking ass out of here. Go take a damn chicken. Oh, you want any sauce? Man, fuck off. All right, here you go. Get out of here. Like that's how they are, but it's good food.
Oh, that's great. Anime Guy says, tonight I am breaking the fast with my family. We got a good selection. Assorted bagels, chive and plain cream cheese, lox. I'm going to have to come back to that. Munster cheese, tomatoes and onions, mozzarella cheese on tomatoes, kugel, deviled eggs, tuna salad, and chocolate cake. Oh my God. Okay, what's lox? L-O-X.
Yeah,
Isn't that thing you used in high school for your locker?
No.
No.
Oh, locks. Okay, yeah. like like what Jamaicans
Oh,
have on their hair.
that's what the stuff is on the right there on the corner of the table.
This?
How's it spelled? Lox?
LOX.
Like
salmon.
It's it's a fillet of brine salmon. It did kind of look like salmon.
Well, I don't eat fish, so that's why I didn't know. Now, what's kugel? Now that we got our smart people helping us figure this stuff out.
Isn't kugel like pasta or something? I think it's pasta.
It's a baked pudding or casserole.
Baked pudding or that might be what's right here.
Kugel? Like kugel?
Most
Isn't
commonly made
kugel
from lakshan or Jewish egg noodles.
Okay.
Yeah, so pasta. Yeah,
potato.
there you go. Pasta.
Kugel is a noodle dish. You had the noodle dream.
Noodle.
Wow, that is a feast for sure. Very nice. It's funny seeing like an assortment of bagels because my manager at work, his wife does some like charity work where she'll pick up like the bagels that like some bagel chains are gonna throw out just because they're like, well, no, we sell fresh bagels, not day old bagels, and they toss a lot. So she was going around and giving these to like hospitals and donating to food banks and what have you, and got to the point where she was giving these places so many bagels that they're all like, we're good, like we literally can't take in any more bagels. And she's like, well, what do I do with all these bagels I have? Like their house was filling up with bagels, so they just dropped them off at our work. And I mean, these are like the biggest trash bags you can imagine, filled with bagels. So many bagels. And
bagels with cream cheese.
I must have grabbed like 20 bagels from this. Like there's so many bagels.
Bagels are fucking bomb.
They are.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm just loaded on bagels right now.
They're like healthy donut.
Are they healthy, Jax?
That is one of my trainer friends said that a long time ago, and it always made me laugh. No, I mean, like they can be, like depending on what you put in it. Like I have like like in my cookbook, I have like fucking bagels that are like healthy. You can make like in 5 minutes. They're just like, oh yeah, this is like perfect. It just depends on how you make it.
Like a regular bagel.
Well, like a regular whole wheat bagel or a regular bagel. Yeah, because like there's like this big misconception that like bread is like bad for you for some reason. Like like I actually had a talk with like other coaches and stuff like that, and we were actually broke it down like on a whiteboard for like our clients and stuff like that. It was like, no, it's only bad if you do this or this happens or this, but that's just another talk for another day. But yeah, it's not bad for you. Like as long as you're not like overeating it and it's all you eat, then yeah, you're fine.
It's Scott Pilgrim's fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, Hero.
Hello, Jeff.
And hello, Saber. At least I see Saber's here, which means Saber and Laura may be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe
Maybe
just Laura.
No, he's just in the kitchen refilling his
water.
Thank you, Hero.
Refilling it.
Water. All right. Cool. So now we got the gang here. As we continue to work our way through the food posts. Nora says, yo, semi-perfect podcast. Spending tonight with family and dorks. Figure out which one you guys are. Oh, we know.
We're the family.
Yeah. I had some yummy bagels and cream cheese. Some
Nice.
challah.
Yeah,
Holla.
Chala, head chala.
And more. Is that this bread stuff?
Yeah, it's challah bread.
It looks delicious. Have you had it?
I think so. It is good.
Okay. Nice.
I like bread, though, so
Bread is good.
bread's favorite.
Nora says, what a way to spend the night. Oh, and I apologize for any grievances I've caused y'all in the past year. Well, it's about time, Nora.
Yeah, I like that episode.
Which one?
It's about time.
Oh my god.
Ponies. The show.
I've never heard.
The
of-
show My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Have you heard of it?
I don't know the titles of like even the most popular
He
episodes.
called himself a friend.
Alright, calm down, everyone. Alright, here's the post. Ambazar says Hitch's favorite. Sorry, guys, for good quality. Oh. Mayonnaise. That's a lot of mayonnaise, Ambazar. Actually, that's Miracle Whip.
That was even worse.
Nora sent a super chat saying, "Love you, Laura," while Jax is gagging in the background.
Love you too.
I hate that shit.
Okay, so...
Why did he say sorry for good quality?
Sorry
like, usually
for-
people say, but say, yeah.
Well, let's see how good of quality this picture is. Ooh. No, we could get right in there. You know, I think it's only fair, right? Like...
Ooh, Arby's.
Should-
I keep thinking of that SpongeBob video with the Arby's thing. Well, I'm gonna...
The what?
Yeah, it's this video. It's hilarious.
Arby's.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I remember that.
Arby's. Ambazar says this is actually just purely an attack on Jaxblade in a super chat.
Yeah.
Jaxblade.
Good. That means you get a physical attack in person for doing that to me.
Oh. Ew.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm liking these posts. Alright, next up we have Happy Tree Aussie. Says
Friends.
Today me and my sister went to McDonald's to get a cactus plant flea market, aka adult Happy Meal. What? A cactus plant flea market?
Why do they have double eyes?
Why do they have double eyes?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I got a Big Mac and she got a 10-piece chicken nugget, but this is the toy we got.
That's nightmarish.
Why do they have double eyes?
That's really upsetting to me. Actually, I hate that.
It's like the photo like rendered incorrectly and accidentally like
Right? And it
stretched.
printed on it wrong. Ugh.
What's going on? Like the goggles are double and everything. Is this a thing? Like, am I forgetting?
Oh, and it's on the box too. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, that is not what he looks like.
What?
Is that Grimace? The new Grimace?
I guess so. Double-eyed grimace with like the lamest smile I've ever seen.
Four-eyed Grimace.
Yeah, 4 eyes. Yeah. Double eyes for double the price, indeed. Okay. Well, cool. That's neat. A cactus plant flea market. I feel like there's a... I just don't know.
What is it?
Halloween.
They have adult Happy Meals.
Yeah,
Yeah, they better. They're giving out those damn buckets again.
If I'm being honest, I 1,000,000% accidentally assumed that Aussie was from Australia. And then realized that nowhere in this does it indicate Australia. And I'm like, oh my god, it's just because of the name Aussie?
Yes, it does. He would have called it Mecca.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have said Macca's.
You're right. You're right.
You've been there. You should know the answer.
I know, but you know me, I'm... me.
I'm just a dumb American.
I remember they were like, yeah, it's so excited, it's going to be a Macca's run. And I'm like, you guys are really excited about McDonald's. Let's see, Rider Storm Pinky says, no photo tonight, but I am going to eat my birthday cake from my 27th birthday. That was on Monday. Happy birthday!
Birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I remember when I was...
Oh, whippersnapper. We got Princess Deadpool. It's hump day and work has been stressful. Pizza is my reward for it. Also, I found my Doxy Twilight statuette. I thought I lost her in the move, but it turns out she was in with the Christmas decorations. Don't mind the dark saber. I keep it for writing inspiration.
I'm glad you found your Twilight statue.
Isn't Doxy that artist?
So?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Doxy is an artist, yes.
Is there any specific art you're referring to, Hero?
Correct. It's wholesome family fun.
It is. She's going to the beach.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You never had wholesome family fun at the beach? Come on.
Come on.
Okay.
You know what? Speaking of, let's do a doxy search right now on Twitter.
No.
Just to verify that that's what we're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Dox yourself.
Why?
I understand you. It's fine.
Yeah, we're good. I just like this one. Christina just says, waiting on muffins in the oven. And then, oh, I thought those were the muffins. Quiet Storm says, just a food experiment. Pre-made pancake mix with butter, rum, extract, and cinnamon.
That sounds sick.
I do want to just say that, like, Christina better update us later in the podcast when those muffins.
Christina actually just sent a super chat saying, I had to delete my tweets. Whoops, I reposted it.
Nah.
I will come back to that for sure. We have okay. So this is. Let's see. This might be the right one or the wrong one. So Christina says having some magically delicious salad from Capriotis.
Capriotis. Why not? Capriotis, probably.
Ah, salad. Un salad.
2 salads.
What the heck's a salad? Why is that line so good?
It's so good.
Hey!
Salad.
I know this person.
You know, that episode's even funnier when, like, SpongeBob's in the fucking, that outfit outside, and then, like, that guy drives up and, like tells him he's, like, a loser. He has, like, the best reaction face I've seen. Like, I just probably, like, rewound it, like, 20 times today. I was laughing my ass off because I never noticed it before. Like, he's like, how dare you? Let me see if I can find it.
Oh my god.
It's so good. How dare you?
Oh no! Christina says that there was an issue with the muffins and they're in muffin heaven now.
Oh no!
That sounds like my cooking.
Poor muffins.
Well, rest in pieces, muffins. Cosmic Melody says getting in a food post this time. We got some patisseries for dessert?
Yeah.
Ooh, what do we got here? Talk me through this.
So mine was a almond cake with like a little bit of raspberry mousse on top of it, like a cream, and then there's like a little layer of pistachio in there.
Ooh, yes.
And then I don't know what yours was, Stephen.
Holy.
I think it was like a thing.
I didn't really care for it too much, to be honest.
You didn't like it?
Yeah. A little bit too crunchy. I thought it'd be nice and soft, and I took a bite. I'm like, yeah, why is it crunchy?
Well, I had like the flaky layers.
Beat up the entire French people.
Go get them.
Y'all's gating is up high, and it's cutting out like every third word or so.
Oh, let me,
Isn't fermented toad, am I wrong in thinking that's from, Frick?
That's the one.
Spirit Away.
I was gonna say Hocus Pocus.
I just watched that yesterday.
And now you're infected with a sexual transmitted disease.
Well, your audio sounds better. What a test. Well, that still, it looks delicious. I'm sorry that yours was crunchy, Saber.
My dessert in my first world life was terrible. Heavy as head that wears the crown.
What did it taste like though?
Crunchy.
Crunchy, Charlotte.
That's not a taste. That's a texture.
It says crunchy. Up there is a wonderful smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord.
Smoker.
Dude, that shit. Like, so I'm working on a cartoon food tier list, and Ryan Walterson actually he's working on it. He's giving it to me because he's amazing. Ryan, I'm not sure if you listen to the podcast, but we should add in that food from Charlotte's Web. Just the entire scene.
The whole carnival.
It's like the virgin Ghibli food, the Chad Babe, or not Babe, Charlotte's Web. You know,
What's
circus
the
food.
difference?
Oh, yeah, no, that rat is like my spirit animal, though. Like, I remember like seeing that scene and going, all of this makes sense. Like, yes, except maybe like the rotten egg bit. I was like, I don't need that. But
Yeah, his name was Templeton.
Templeton. Templeton. I talk like this. I want to get food, but you're an asshole, Charlotte.
You're gonna die before the end of the year, Charlotte.
Well, why don't we do some catching up with folks? Let's find out.
There was a super chat related to food.
Oh, oh yes, there is. Base is the pizza from Goofy movie on the cartoon food tier list.
Oh my god.
It has to be.
Oh yeah, where it's just like liquid.
It's
Yes.
disgusting.
Both movies
You need a
have,
straw.
are have very liquidy cheese with the pizza and then the nachos in the next one.
You're right.
It's the Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
Oh, it happened 3 times.
Ryan Walterson is here, by the way.
Hey Ryan.
So mark this down. I don't know why liquidy cheese actually looked appealing in cartoon form. I don't know why. But...
Do you think? Oh, never mind. I was gonna comment on that scene where PJ's talking to the goth girl. And he like completely wins her over.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
What's up?
Would you drink a glass of
Yes.
like pizza grease if
No.
it was like? It was
So would I
like
drink a glass of oil? No.
Well, what's the if part of this? If it doesn't
You'll
kill
die.
me?
for $100. For $100.
No!
I think Jax could drink that and he'd probably like pass out for an hour.
Oh, damn, I thought you were gonna give me like 10K and I still would have said no.
Oh,
Same,
that's
bro.
not even a million. That's like the ambulance drive alone is going to cost more than that.
So what happened? Well, you see, officer.
$100, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Okay.
Called cryptocurrency, Charlotte.
Well, moving on from that beautiful image, Hero.
What was a beautiful image? Did I miss it?
The question.
Oh, you missed my question.
Yeah.
If
never
you
mind.
would drink a glass of pizza grease for like
I have
$100.
before in college. It's not fun. It's not good at all.
Of course you have.
Yeah. No, it was like a
Maybe
challenge. It was like one of those like fucking bro party shits where they would like go, yo, how much of this? Like, you know where they would like be like,
Shit.
like those butter, like because at Burger King they even had this thing of like liquid butter. That was disgusting. That was fucking awful. That was just ugh. Yeah, no, that was not fun time. Not a fun time.
Liquid butter. Liquid butter's
Yeah,
good.
you know, like it butter. You know when they butter the that stuff they put on the buns in the early morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, where it's just like, yeah. they,
Or
like,
later
have
at
this, like,
night.
Yeah, I know, right? But no, like it's like they have this like vat of butter that is just like it's just like in this like imagine like Capri Sun, but not Capri Sun. Like imagine like Tropicana, and then like it's just all butter. So they have like an entire thing of that in the back at Burger King, and then like
makes me
the people would be like, "Yo, I bet you can't do this," and it's just like, "Fuck you," and it's like early 20s, fuck yeah. It was it was gross.
I don't know if I've ever heard someone say Capri Sun. Capri Sun.
Neither have I.
Oh, Capri Sun.
Yeah,
boys are
that's-
Capri Sun.
Capri Sun.
Oh, see, I've said that my entire life, so this is new to me.
Welcome.
Katie also says Capri Sun. That was crazy.
Well, that explains.
Katie also says
everything.
Whataburger too, so that's crazy.
Whataburger.
Same brain cell. She's sneezing right now. I bet some shit like.
So Hero, why don't you kick us off with what's new with you?
I already said I had a dog last time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're allowed to say it again.
I have a dog. She's cute. And I started taking not obedience classes, just like manners classes with her because the obedience is fine. Obedience is no problem. The manners are.
Yeah, you need to work on your
fine.
manners.
Yeah.
You gonna take that, brother? You gonna let him talk to you that way? We are past this now. You do not just.
What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
For 400 years, they used that word to keep up people.
Tropic Thunder ass.
Fucking
Tropic Thunder.
That is not the direction I thought that would go.
Oh, give me a sec. I gotta
watch that trailer.
What have I been doing with my life? Working, rock climbing, dog.
Rock climbing.
Yeah, I've been rock climbing.
Indoor, outdoor?
Indoor.
Hell yeah.
Because outdoor is for people. It's for
Who
a
wanna
certain
die.
breed. It's for a breed of person that I am not that breed at all. Other than that, I'm playing Final Fantasy and working on music sometime.
Nice. Cool. Very nice. What about Jaxblade? What's new with you since you're muted? PaleoSteno, what's new with you?
I just released a video about the pony stuff, which we'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah.
And I've also been streaming a lot more on Twitch. I've been streaming like every day this week. And I'm gonna stream tomorrow the reacting to the Mario movie teaser, because that was announced yesterday that they're going to do a little direct presentation showing off the trailer. I have no idea what else they're going to show other than the trailer. But apparently it's going to be a direct, so we'll see. They showed the poster, and I think it looks nice from what they've shown so far.
Mario has no butt, man. He has no.
Yeah, Mario
butt.
has no ass.
It does not have a booty.
Non-existent.
Which
Acting, it really
What?
is.
First My Little Pony, now Mario? Where are my asses going?
Hey,
But yeah,
Matilda was
I've been
right
doing
there.
Nice. So, streaming and all that stuff. It looks like Jax is still not here. Saber, Laura, what's new with you guys?
Oh,
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Saberspark Square Pets!
SpongeBob betrayed us! Fucking, dude, how did they do it? How did they come up with literally like a Bible's worth of memorable like lines?
They're too smart. Look at it.
I don't get it. Is there actually a science? Why is it just nostalgia?
No,
is there
because it
more
was
to
funny
it?
at the
No
time.
way, because there's other things that aired and came out that aren't nearly as memorable.
It just
They
it
did
almost feels
something.
like it's so quirky and so specific but memorable.
It's the nicotine.
Pineapple, raspberry, blueberry. Drop one bit of me booty and I'll have I'm doing pretty good. Been busy this week.
You were traveling a bunch for a bit there.
I was
Both
globetrotting. I saw Gabe. I had to go to Ground Zero at Gabe's house.
Ooh.
Scary. There's scorpions everywhere. I was like, yeah. I'm never going back. I'm never going back to Arizona.
Yeah, smart.
He was not selling it to me with all the scorpions and bugs and creepy crawlies.
The state's like the sum of my fears. Like, but it was really exciting though. I enjoyed the heck out of it. It was cool just to hang out with Gabe, like without a convention. 'Cause we haven't done that in probably a decade, almost.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So, maybe like 8 or 7 years, but it's been a bit. I picked up Tom today from the airport, and then I came back and I tried to do some home improvement projects that didn't work. I was trying to mount the TV.
Yeah, one of the bolts snapped while we were trying to screw it in.
Oh no.
Yeah, so now it's stuck in the board in the wall.
Yeah, which means I'm gonna have to start all over.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go by like a home improvement store and like get some steel bolts.
You're
that
gonna
won't
buy the
snap.
store?
Yes.
Yes. Zap.
Our new empire.
Oh, I've been watching Kitchen Nightmares, which I've been like, God damn it! I just think it's so funny how different the American one is from like the UK one, where
Yeah.
UK one's like, I'm here in Paris. I'm gonna turn these things around.
well, I just trying to, I just don't know what I'm doing with my phone. It's not that good. All right, we'll fix this.
The American one. These brothers.
Right.
Yeah, put the meatball down.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I fell down a rabbit hole on YouTube just looking up Kitchen Nightmare clips.
Dude, the people who edit the YouTube channel or whoever's in charge.
The YouTube channel.
Well, no, the YouTube channel's great because they got the running meme with Nino, and it's like
Nino.
Yeah,
he just walks in and goes, "My name's Niner."
And that guy's not even Nino. It's his brother.
Yeah, I love that guy. Just when he stands up, the camera's like, zoom out. Like, we gotta give him the full shot. But,
He was trying to say kitchen nightmares. He definitely almost said chicken kite mares.
Oh.
Chicken nightmares.
but yeah, I've been just,
That's a Scootaloo and a Starlight episode.
I
right
just don't
there.
care. I literally just don't care.
Chicken kite mares.
I don't even care. Who are those two? Don't care.
Someone out there got it, and that's fine by me.
I like it.
I got it.
Damn
Thank you.
That's it. That's all I've been really up to. Work and projects and stuff. And
Nice.
feeling much better. I'm getting feel better.
Good. Laura, what about you?
Well, this week in particular, I've been playing a lot of Cult of the Lamb.
You've been loving that shit.
Well, I'm not playing it right now. I'm playing Cozy Grove right now
Oh, okay.
because I wanted to check in on all my little bears. But
Bears.
I freaking love Cult of the Lamb. It's amazing.
I've been wanting to play that because of the Twitch integration.
Oh, I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah, you can have it to where your followers on your stream can become your villagers.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's why I thought I got all hyped to begin with.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know about that. But yeah, that's awesome. And I guess aside from that, I've been doing work stuff. Been feeling pretty good about work stuff.
Yeah.
We went to go visit a couple of our friends, which is why we were not here last time. We went to go see Lost Highway, one of the David Lynch movies.
Oh, that was fun.
A theater near them was showing it, so we went to go visit for a while.
Nice.
Watched Blade yesterday.
We did. Oh yeah, we've been doing spooky movies every day except for today, because
It was busy.
yeah, today was busy,
Dude.
and then you wanted to set up the TV mount. and
To
then-
my defeat. Yeah, but the
yeah,
no, I love Blade. I love how he
it
talks.
was so funny.
He talks with a cool voice. I feel the movie's got an appropriate amount of cheese going on. It's fun.
Talking about Blade, and Jaxblade isn't even here.
There he is.
Oh,
There it is.
where is he?
I was like, you look, it's Blade. It's the guy that Jax has half his name of.
Yeah. Motherfucker, your goddamn mouth. Shit like that. I love that.
Yeah.
That is the best thing in the movie.
Yeah.
Because he's all cool and stoic for
Yeah,
most of the film, and then he just fucking loses it.
Did defeat the Twilight universe?
The whole universe, destroy the
In the
universe.
comics, he would
Vampire.
body the Twilight universe. Comic Blade would fuck their shit up. If he can fight Ghost Rider, he can fuck up the comic.
You fight Ghost Rider? It's bullshit.
In the comic books, yeah. Blade's a badass. You don't fuck with Blade.
Yes.
Ugh.
What if Nicolas Cage is recasted as Ghost Rider?
I would
from
be
Marvel?
thrilled. Oh my god, I love him.
Yeah, well, MCU has a Ghost Rider because he was in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. Sorry,
Oh,
before my race, by the way, I was working, doing trainer stuff with my clients because they were asking me stuff, so my bad. I'm here now. Talk.
Was Ghost Rider Nick Cage? I need to know.
Yes, for what?
In the Shield thing.
No. He was
Recast him.
It was the other Ghost Rider. It wasn't Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. It was one of the because there's multiple Ghost Riders.
Yeah.
It's so many different ones. I forget which one it was specifically, but yeah, he was in there and he killed some dude in prison. It was violent.
Well, I guess it's slightly more acceptable.
Mhm.
Nice.
Nicolas Cage should come back with his CGI abs. Oh wait, no, they actually weren't CGI. That's a funny story, but this is a small tangent. I think this is really funny. So Nicolas Cage worked out his really hard for Ghost Rider to get into shape for that movie. And so in that movie he has a ripped six-pack, but no one believed he actually did it. And so there was this rumor for years that it was CGI, and then people who actually broke it down was oh, this is CGI. You can tell it's CGI right here. And Nick Cage just no, I worked out for this movie. All right, and no one believed me. And it's just poor.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, what's new?
Hi, I'm here. I drove through
Hi.
an hour and 20 minutes of traffic.
And this is what you're rewarded with? A semi-perfect podcast?
Only semi-perfect.
Only semi. What's new with you?
So my work did a field trip today where we basically went to go shopping, which, was very fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I bought
Wait, what'd you go shopping for?
Basically we went through a whole bunch of like different types of stores, mostly like ones that would sell toys. Within research. So we bought some things that we thought were like important to like grab for like brands that we're currently working on, or we just snapped a whole bunch of pics. I bought myself a little figurine. They had a whole bunch of, there was a lot of like Japanese lifestyle stores.
Oh, cool.
And they had these little like figures that have these just like very blank expressions, but they're just like, they're kind of like those nonchalant sort of dudes. And
I love that.
they're really charming. So I bought one because they had a whole like series of them that were like museum themed. And I was like, I hope I get the one with that looks like the lady in the pearl earring. And I did.
Whoa!
That's the one I got.
You don't usually get lucky.
No, I usually don't get lucky with blind boxes. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun today, except for the traffic.
Yeah.
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 And what else is new? I don't know. I went to Stockton.
We did do that.
Yeah, I filmed the race over there.
Beautiful Stockton.
Yes, it's wonderful, wonderful
A
town.
destination. For sure.
I don't think much else. Well, okay. Well, I mean, like upcoming. Tomorrow I'm leaving to go to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Gonna be visiting some family there. Gonna meet my sister there. We're gonna go see the balloon festival. So that's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. I saw we just got a super chat from Nora saying jealousy cupcake to Saber for hanging with Gabe.
Oh yeah. I thought it was gonna be for hanging with me.
Oh.
Yeah, Nora likes Gabe.
Yeah. Let's see. Last 2 weeks for me, we've been still hammering away at spooky season for Ready Player Dumb. Like that. Like that was the sound of the hammer.
Ghost hunting.
We're all spooky.
We got a ghost hunt.
I'm down, man.
We gotta do it.
Yeah.
We will do it. We'll make a date for sure. Yeah, because we got some Phasmophobia to get filming, and I guess there were some even more recent updates.
Yeah.
So, and so like the one thing I could think of as far as like updates go. Well, I guess this is one. I went to Colorado 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
that was.
How was Colorado?
It was flat.
Yeah.
Like
How long were you in Colorado?
I was expecting to see the Rocky Mountains. Like I was like, oh man, and it was like a very flat area.
Well, that's lame.
How long were you in Colorado for?
How long?
Yeah.
Like 30 hours.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
so sometimes when Tommy and I are covering racing events, when it's a very quick turnaround, we'll fly out Friday night, arrive hopefully Friday night also, sometimes Saturday morning, do the event, and then early Sunday fly out because it's usually the cheapest flight. So that's our way of pushing that stuff out. So.
Storm gave you an update to say is that the Semi-Perfect podcast panel is up on your channel.
Actually the one
from Everfree.
From Everfree Northwest, which also reminds me, I also released a Bronies React between the last 2 weeks. So, yeah, that was fun doing that with the live premiere and hanging out with everybody. And it's been funny. This one in particular, for some reason. I didn't realize how long it's been since we previously did a Bronies React, because you and I did a React, just you and me, to the Tell Your Tell stuff. So I didn't really think about how long it's been since the regular Bronies React, which was the movie. And there were people, like, I've seen a lot of comments where people are like, "Oh my gosh, I used to watch this when I was in middle school. I'm in college now."
Yeah, there's so many of those.
But it's weird how many people are like rediscovering the series. Like for some reason, this one ended up in a lot of people's, I guess,
box.
Yeah. Like they're like, wait, because I've seen a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, they're still doing this." So yeah, that was cool. It was and you know, it was positive. So I was like, oh, that was neat. Now to branch into a topic here, talking about scary movies.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I've always told people, I think we've been asked this before, I've shared this before, that the worst movie I've ever seen in theaters was Mummy 3. And I think...
Yeah, fuck that movie.
And in large part because I was so just pissed off at it. Like, it's not that it was, like, if you just saw Mummy 3, you'd go, eh. But knowing... I like that's what it pissed me off, right? Like so it was a different level of like why I was like that's the worst movie. However, last night my dad and I went to see what is now what I consider the worst movie I've ever seen in theaters.
Oh no.
Jeepers Creepers 4.
Oh that
no!
was an abomination from what I've heard. Like I didn't even want to go see that shit.
They made a fourth.
It is.
Dude, the third one is so ass. The third one is just fucking awful.
Okay.
I could tell from the trailer. Like, I was not going to pay money to see that in theater. So, yes, Race, I can...
All right.
I'm
so
interested.
hear me out. So when the first Jeepers Creepers came out, my dad was like, in his opinion, it's one of the scariest movies he's seen. He's like, it just hit in all the right marks for him for a scary movie. And I remember watching it with him, and he was excited to share that movie with me. And then we both watched Jeepers Creepers 2 together.
The bus one, right?
Yes,
yeah,
the bus one.
Good. The fun one.
Then I didn't even know until I looked it up just before, because I knew my dad wanted to see the fourth one. I didn't even know that there was a third one, because this one's not numbered. It's just called Jeepers Creepers Reborn. So I'm like, oh shit, well, if I'm going to see this one, I should see the third one. And that one, it's weird. You've seen it, right, Jax?
No, well, I've seen all of them. But like, okay, so first off, I'll say this. Like, I know why it's so bad. Because, like, okay, first off, so for people who don't know this, the director of Jeepers Creepers is a very, very horrible, despicable person who did something that was just really, really just disgusting that I don't need to bring up right here. But yeah, he did that, and he was convicted of it. And what happened is he made Jeepers Creepers 1, Jeepers Creepers 2. Both good movies in their regard. Then for years they were like, oh, we're going to do Jeepers Creepers 2, Jeepers Creepers 3, and stuff like that. But the stuff that came out with Victor Salva happened, and it was just like, oh, that's disgusting. And so for years they were just like, yeah, we're not touching this shit. But then finally they did it. But they were like, yeah, we're not giving you no budget for this. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, get the fuck out. You got to do this on your own merit and shit like that. So they made the movie, and it's like significantly less than what the previous two were. Like,
yes.
It's not no box office thing. It's just like some home movie shit. And so they do that, and then they were like, oh, we're gonna try and make it like a fucking like a thing, like there's because the way it ends is supposed to be like, oh, there's a sequel coming next or something like that, because the third movie is actually a prequel to the second movie. Like it's before what happens in the second movie, and so it's just like, huh?
It's like 1.5.
Yeah.
That's
now, Jax,
pretty much.
Jax are 1, 2, and 3 all supposed to happen in the same year? Is that my understanding?
Yeah, they're all supposed to happen in the same year.
It threw me off because in 3 they're like they do flashbacks, and then they cut to this farmhouse and everyone's driving old trucks, and I'm like, okay, I guess that indicates now we're in flashback time. And then they drive the old truck to a modern town, and I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, now I'm confused.
Right.
So okay, all right. So 3 is like weird because to be honest with you, 3 made me laugh. Not in
3 is so bad it makes you laugh like that.
Well, I would say like there are bits in it where it's like it almost feels like they're like, hey, what if we made him kind of goofy? And I was like, what the hell? And it you know, it got a laugh out of me. It was campy. It's a very campy movie.
Well, to be fair, the Creeper was funny in the first and second film. Like he did weird shit. Like okay,
Right.
like that whole scene where he's like licking the window and looking at the kids and he's just like winking like I'm gonna eat that fucking black kid and shit like that.
Right.
And he's like and he was doing that thing. Like even in the first movie there's a deleted scene which is they cut it because the Creeper was supposed to talk. And like it's when he's at the old lady's house and he grabs her and then he's just like, she don't smell good enough like you. And it's just like, what the fuck? And he like fucking throws her and shit like that and then like he chases him. But yeah, like in the third movie he was like wacky.
So I'm gonna run through why. So I'm not even gonna bother putting up spoilers. All right, like spoilers. Jeepers Creepers 4 spoilers, guys. This movie. So my dad told me just before we got to the theater. My dad goes, "So this movie's getting really bad reviews." Like, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to know that going into the movie." But it almost worked out that I did this one time. Because it kind of mentally prepared myself for like, well, we both kind of said, well, if it's so bad, maybe it'll be funny. And I'll tell you what, my dad and I were laughing at this movie. It was so stupid. So bad. So bad. I'm pretty sure that they outsourced this to Bollywood, first off.
What did the Creeper look like? Like, what did his suit look like? Because there's no way in hell it looked like the first two movies. So like, what did this one look? Did it look at least like 3?
Yeah. I was gonna say, unfortunately, I got my timing off because I would have watched the first 2 movies headed into this one to see if not realizing how bad this one was gonna be. But so I don't remember exactly. Like what he was wearing in the first 2, but I would say close to the third.
Okay, yeah, because in the first 2 movies, literally, like, all he's wearing is, the first time you see him, you don't know what he is. Like, you think it's just, like, a serial killer, because, like, he's dumping body parts into this big-ass well.
Right.
And then, like, he, like, is stitching people together, and then, like, because his whole MO is, like, I'm gonna take something that I want from them that, like, I can use. So, like, it was like, oh, I like your nose, I'm gonna take that, eat that, and then just, like, grow a new nose for myself, and it's based off of you. I'm gonna eat your eyes because that's what they look tasty to me. So like he'll like rip out your eyes and then his eyes will be replaced with your eyes, some shit like that. So like, that's his whole MO. And so he wears this like dirty trench coat and then like he has that like hat that's not like Freddy, like a cowboy Freddy, darker looking Freddy, shit like that.
Yeah,
So
he's got all that. He visibly does look different. Like it's clear that they're using someone different as the Creeper.
It's not the same actor?
No.
No. Okay.
But okay, so here's like so one of the biggest things about the Jeepers Creeper, I'll just call him the Creeper.
Yeah, that's what his name is, the Creeper.
The Jeep Wrangler
Creeper.
Is that he like he picks people off by smelling their fear. Like that's kind of like especially like in the second movie, it's like oh no, you like definitely don't be afraid, yada yada, because he's that's who he like hungers for. This movie not once acknowledged that. Like never had him. Maybe once had him smell in the air. I don't even remember. Like I'm like, okay, so I guess that just got thrown out the window. I kid you not, for an hour-and-a-half movie, I think it took 50 minutes before like he really even got going. Like they did this huge ass build up. They went the route. It reminded me of like the Scream movies where it becomes meta, where it's like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we know about this killer, and we're going to a convention, and we're all dressing up as like scary people."
The ghost face.
But like in honor of him, which is like I always find it weird in the context of the movie because I'm like, but they're celebrating a guy that like kills hundreds of people like every 23 years.
Well,
so
there's
I'm like,
people who dress like freaking Jeffrey Dahmer for like
there are
Halloween
people who
parties
do
now.
that.
Like that. It's just like it's weird.
So the movie got one thing accurate, is what you're saying. So,
Yes.
so they like go to this convention thing. They do this. They're trying to build up this whole like story around this girl who the main character you find out, she's a younger main character. I don't know, like 20s, I would guess, maybe late 20s, and we find out that she's pregnant, and she's just finding out that she's pregnant, and for some reason, there's this like cult. Like this is everything I say frustrates me as I say this. There's a cult now that's like, oh, we got to get the pregnant girl to him so he could get the baby. Apparently, it gives him eternal life, which is weird because he's like they already acknowledge that he's basically like
he
invincible.
Can't die normal. Yeah, because like pretty much the only way to like you. That was one of the things that always because I love doing those. My month of Halloween, which is coming back by the way, people. So subscribe to the channel. Yes! But anyways, it's like there was always this thing with the creeper where it was like he is so insanely strong that it's like I don't know how to kill him. Like the only way I could think of like how to defeat him is like to cut him up into like 50 pieces and mail him to every state or some shit like that. Because it's just like I don't think like if you have any part of him near each other, he'll just regenerate. So like it's weird that they would like be like, oh, he's immortal for this. That's off-putting. It's weird.
Yeah. So he. Whoa. That's what I thought of. That's what I thought of the movie.
I'm choking. Damn creeper.
Ew. Someone get that man a Heimlich. So they do this. It leads to like, oh, these people won, and of course the cult people rig it. But you win a night in a escape room in this notoriously evil house. Congratulations, you win that. And then the film crew goes, and then the cult people lock them inside, and they're like, haha, now we can feed. To which I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is like, through all the movies, it's well acknowledged that this guy, the creeper, does not need help feeding. Like, it's not like he's like, oh, if you put people in a bad spot, then he's able to do... He can go wherever he wants, day or night, to go get people. So I'm like, what?
Literal bat.
I'm like, I don't get this. The premise is just stupid. Like, and that was 50 minutes of build up to this, where I'm going, what? Okay. And then came the part that just pissed me off. So, and also made me laugh. Like, it was a good combo. So... At one point, he crashes. They get up to like the attic, trying to find a way out. He crashes through, puts a hole in the wall, upstairs in the attic. And the creeper. Yes, the creeper. And then stuff ensues, and then they run off. And then they're like, "Oh God, we have to get away. We can't." And they keep acknowledging, "We can't get out of the house. The only way to get out of the house is to go up." And they're like, "Oh, but we have to kill this creeper somehow or do something." And oh my God! So then she's exasperated. So the girl goes, "I know what he wants. He wants the baby," which has kind of been established. And I'm like, okay, it's like that thing where the main character just randomly goes, "I know how to solve this," and then they like basically make themselves bait, just knowing that their plan's gonna work. That's what this was. So she's standing there. So he's walking towards her, and then the two guys run upstairs. To which you think, okay, so I guess they're going to go out and try to get help, but I don't know, like, she seems screwed. And she's walking backwards, and she walks out a large hole in the wall to the outside of the house, and the creeper's still following her. And at this point, the 5 of us in the theater are screaming, going, "There was a hole in the fucking house?! Why are you still in the house?"
I have to ask this, Race, because this film looks super cheap from this trailer. Does the creeper fly at all in this?
Yeah.
Oh God. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah. I mean, it's so bad, but I'm like, what the fuck? The whole last 40 minutes of this movie is them saying we're stuck in the house, and she walks out the door, leading him to his demise. And I'm like, you guys realize that that hole was there the whole time. And you could have left. Like, I'm not saying...
How did they kill him?
Again, this is stupid. So, earlier in the movie, like, there's a guy and a girl. They're in a relationship. The guy, like, pokes his finger on this little, like, small model of the house. And he goes, "Ow, that was sharp. That hurt." And so they go, oh. So he goes, I know how we'll kill him. And then they run to the top of the house with that spiky part, which is now much bigger because it's the actual size. And they throw it off the side. I'm exhausted even saying this now. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Why is there a cult feeding this? Why?
Also, it doesn't make sense. Like, is he eating all the people back to back? Because that's not how the creeper works. Like, what he would do is he would literally, it was like he was getting, like, fast food or, like, going to the grocery store. Like, he would, like, fucking, like, throw some of his, like, human toad shurikens at you or a belly button shurikens and, like, fucking impale you. Then he would, like, fly off with you, put you off in, like, his little hut, and then he would come back and get more, and then he would just, like, gradually eat people like that. Like, he wasn't, like, devouring them like a T-Rex, like right then and there. It was like he was just like,
No, he was like at one point for some reason, one of the characters he eats their brain. I'm like, okay, I guess
to gain that knowledge.
Yes,
gain their
now
power.
I'm smart. You know, there's another. He kills off another character for seemingly no reason. At one point, he was walking around the carnival, and I thought, oh, he's gonna off somebody at the carnival. Like there's someone who walks off.
Yeah.
But no, he just showed up there, and then they just left that off. Like, it felt like there were chunks of this movie that were missing. Like, the whole point of the hole being in the wall. I'm like, why is that now an option? I just, so, yeah. And then, literally, some of the effects in this movie look like Bollywood. Not to mention, by the way, like, the majority of the credits actually were of, like, look like Indian names.
Okay.
So I actually do think that this was outsourced probably to India in regards to making. And I laughed when I saw that because I'm like, that explains a lot of the effects.
I'm looking at the creeper now. This does not look. Yeah, this looks cheap as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
oh, God.
yeah, and like they do this to explain how cheap this movie is. The last scene of the movie is them walking out of the house, and you hear police cars in the distance, but you don't see them in the picture that they're walking towards. All right, and then it cuts to them, and immediately there's red and blue lights that are being flashed on them. I was like, oh, here come the police cars, and then it cuts to behind them again, and there's like pictures of police cars that they're walking towards, and they're like, all right, well, here we go. And it's like the lighting is strange. Everything's so strange, and just it's so like the CGI's not good.
But like that they had written all those parts that you think are missing into the script, but then they ran out of money and were like, well, just stitch it together, I guess.
Just walk out the door, walk out the wall. So, anyways, that was that experience. Honestly, though, like, even though it is now down as the worst movie I've ever seen in theaters, my dad and I had fun laughing at it. There was another two guys that were near us. They were laughing at the movie the whole time. It kind of seemed like everyone understood that this was a shitty movie going into it, and that part of it was actually fun. Like, this was a movie that you can laugh at because it's so bad.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Okay. Well, if it's one of those, I might watch. I watched that damn Leatherface shit that came out recently.
Just like I said, the biggest warning I have for this movie is it takes forever. Like it's the kind of movie where you start yelling like, "Where's the creeper? Like, what's going on? Like, why are we focusing on all this other stupid shit?" So.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
All right, I had to rant about that. Thank you all for indulging my rant.
No, well, I love hearing you rant about like horror films and slasher.
All right, so with that, I was just saying, Sarah didn't make an itinerary today, did she? That means that there's one big thing we're going to talk about.
Do you want to do the badge?
Oh wait, we got a super chat. Sarah, are you going to join for this, or are you going to away?
Do we need a spoiler screen?
Oh yeah, Sarah, I need a spoiler screen.
Destroy.
Go to the screen that says spoilers.
Oh, I see people in the chat talking about the Slender Man movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking...
Yeah.
The Slender Man, that was some shit. That
I was
some...
offended by how bad that was.
Fuck that movie. Fuck that movie. And fuck that other Bye Bye Man movie that tried to be
wait, no,
Slender
The
Pee
Girl.
pee poo poo man.
The Pee Pee
because
Poo
you
Poo
just
Man.
say Pee Pee Poo Poo Man every time, and it makes it fun.
Pee Pee Poo Poo Man. You
I love
coming.
Pee Pee Poo Man.
Ugh.
Isn't something common with those is that like a lot of those horror movies come out in January because like they know they're going to do bad.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
they just
like
release them in
fucking-
January.
So they're just
Like
like
Scream
"Yeah,
5. Like Scream 5 came out earlier this
Is that
Yeah, it was
true?
this year. Shit, yeah. Because it
Oh
was
my
fucking...
God.
Yeah.
All right, this is
Fucking
not going to be
Scream
centered because. So unfortunately, Sarah actually has a headache, which is why she's
Oh no.
a bit departed. But don't worry, I'll keep yelling about Jeepers Creepers
Give
to
her-
make her head feel better.
That'll help her
Give her
head.
Gatorade
Yeah.
and...
Uh, Gatorade and.
Oh, just some like ibuprofen or something like that. Make sure she eats.
So Anime Guy sent a super chat earlier saying people in the Marvel universe dress up as supervillains, people who have killed dozens, if not hundreds of people at a minimum. Which
No,
I
it's
get.
true. There's a fucking Thanos ice cream shop. That's like having a Hitler ice cream shop. Like, what the
It
fuck is
really
wrong with
is.
this?
Well, but I get that, but again, it's a Marvel universe where like this is supposed to be in the actual.
Sorry, what did I just hear?
The Thanos ice cream.
Yeah, no, the Thanos ice cream shop is literally like having a Hitler ice cream shop. Because it's just like,
Thanos ice cream shop?
okay, so Saber in Thor: Love and Thunder, in the new Asgard, when you go there, they have like this tour guide group, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're having like you can do a bunch of like Asgardian rides, so like like a bunch of Viking stuff, and then there's this like freaking gauntlet of ice cream place that is like Thanos gauntlet, and it serves ice cream, and it's just like literally this is like a Hitler ice cream shop. Like, why would you have this here? Like, why would you have this there? Like, makes like there are people like that who's just like, oh yeah, my family, I lost my mom for 5 years, and I lost my like wife, and I got remarried, and now I have this, and it's just like, what the like there's just so much fucked up shit Thanos did that you're just like, oh yeah, let's make jokes of it.
Or like even
Frosted
more,
Fear.
the people who actually came back, like who were snapped and then came back.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, thank you for constantly reminding me of the person who murdered me.
Yeah,
But-
the person who murdered me, I was gone. Like, it's so
If
weird.
the ice cream's good though, I mean.
Yeah, go to Jeffrey Dahmer's burger shop right down the street. It's called Five Guys. Fucking weird shit.
Oh.
You know, like that's what they would like. There was that thing going on because like there's a bunch of places like that do that. Like what the fuck? Like, you know those videos on YouTube that are like, oh, former bank robber reviews bank scene robberies and shit like that. Former jewel thief does this.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, okay, like serial killer ranks horror movies or something like that. It's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
We're desperate for clicks.
But you know what? If that was a video, I would absolutely click
I
on it.
actually would watch it. Like, I would watch. I'm sad to admit I would watch that, but it's just like, fuck.
I know if that was a Netflix special, I'd be like, I need to watch this.
Yeah, I need to see this. Like,
So
I
now
remember when I did it.
I'm going to officially put up the spoiler screen here. So we still got 40 minutes about ish. I can't imagine that anyone has too much to say.
Okay.
But for those that are new or don't recall, we have the spoiler screen up. We're going to be talking about Chapter 2 of My Little Pony Generation 5, Make Your Mark. We're going to be talking about all the episodes, just kind of off the cuff, not really in any order. But we will be talking about spoilers. If you're looking to avoid the spoilers but hang out, you can keep us muted. As soon as the screen goes away, you should be good. Granted, today in particular, I imagine we also might get questions later on in regards to Generation 5 stuff. So, yeah. I also imagine most of you that care to have seen it have probably seen it by now, but just a heads up. So that's what this is for. So, we just released the Bronies React to Chapter 1 of Make Your Mark. We had a lot of criticisms in regards to the quality of it, in regards to, we talked about the story, the voice acting, of course the animation, and the big question was going to be, will
I
things
thought you were
improve?
trying to say that you got a bunch of complaints about the Bronies react.
Yeah, they said the voice.
I was like, wow, people are really mean.
They said my voice acting was just not up to par.
This sound like sound like.
This is like the Gen 4 ACRacebest, like
the Gen 4 ACRacebest.
So yeah, the question is, how did Chapter 2 do? Who wants to take it?
I will go first because I feel like everyone else is a lot more positive than me. So like it's like it'll go first. Okay, so well actually here I'll start with the positives. I do like Misty. I like her mane. I really like her mane. G4 reference for y'all in the chat. Shit like that. Claire can't hear me. So I did the thing that I said I do with like all shows where I give it like 5 episodes to grab me, and this was already coming off the first 2 from that movie. Now, I was watching it, and I was just like, I agree with Paleo, where he said like the animation was it didn't like bother me as much. I was just like, okay, I'm desensitized to it, whatever. I hate that fucking baby. I really do. I think that baby is just an abomination against nature.
Pip.
What were you saying?
I said Pip.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pip, yeah.
No, Pip is the best.
I'm just kidding.
The cider. Yeah, exactly. Fluttershy, yay. Whatever. So,
my God.
I thought like, okay, so this is what I was thinking overall when I was watching it. It gave me a feeling of when I would watch like preschool shows with my like little cousins and niece when I was watching it, where I was like, this feels very much like the underwritten show for like people who are watching it. I'm like, I'm not going to be like, how dare they write My Little Pony for children? Don't they know it's for fucking 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds? Like, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just like, it's just something I noticed. So I'm like, that's kind of sad. And then there were some parts, me and Paleo actually talked about this too, where it's just like they felt like they were bringing aspects of G4 where it's like, okay, that seems more adult. Like I do like the whole thing of like Sunny being like, oh, they only like me for this. I'm like, that's a good lesson for kids to learn. That no, you should like you for yourself. Or like the whole junk food episode. I'm like, oh, that's good. Or like the like you for you. I thought that was good. But it feels right now when watching it like Strawberry Shortcake's like CGI show compared to like they have a new Strawberry Shortcake show which is 2D, which is weird, but it felt very much like that versus My Little Pony Friendship is Magic felt very much like a modern cartoon like Gravity Falls or Adventure Time and stuff like that. Even in season 1, while it was like more kid friendly, it felt more like, hey, we're for everyone. Like Lauren knows how to write this in a way, and I was like, oh yeah, in those 2 episodes you grabbed me. I think it's like pretty good that you were able to grab me in those 2 episodes and made me want to continue watching. This one I felt was just it was like I was watching all 8 episodes and I was not loving it. I wasn't loving it or anything like that. I thought it was like okay, but then I feel like they flanderized most of the characters compared to the movie counterparts, because I was like, go back and I'll see like, this is not my Sunny, girl, you know better than that. How do you not recognize that your reflection is talking to you? Like, what's going on here? Izzy, you feel more like Pinkie Pie when in the movie you felt more like a modified Pinkie Pie. It was like upgraded, and then there are other things. So it's just like, it's just like, this isn't hitting in this area. This isn't hitting in this area, and I was like, okay. But then I watched all 8 episodes, and then I finished it, and then like I told Paleo this last night. I was like, I removed it from my watch list and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm just not gonna watch it. But then like I saw the thumbnail and I started thinking about it, and I rewatched it again, and then like I was just like, you can be good. I know you can. And so I was just like, I looked at it right in the face. I was like, do not let me down. I put it back on my watch later. Like, so like there, I was just like, fuck you. You can do this. I know. It was
you lectured it.
Yeah, no, I was like really in this mindset of like I was staring at it, and I was just like, it was like my kid who like brought home like a dead skunk or something.
A dead skunk.
Like that. Yeah, and I was just like, why'd you do that? Like, ponies, come on, you're better than this. Yeah, stop. Okay, so like I was just like, I will give you 5 more 10, because I gave Ultimate Drake Bell, the Ultimate Spider-Man show after Spectacular, which is the best Spider-Man show ever, Ultimate, which is a far inferior version, I gave that 15 episodes. So I'm like, okay, please prove me wrong. Just prove me wrong. That's all I was doing. So I was just like, yeah. But that's my take. Everyone else feels a lot more positive. So.
Are we doing any spoilers or no spoilers yet?
Yes.
Spoilers.
You can talk spoilers.
Okay, I only know a little bit because I've only watched 2.5 episodes. The first episode, I was like, uh-oh. Like by the end of it. Like, this is what I thought we were going to get, and I was like, oh no. In the second episode, Twilight Sparkle showed up, and like as soon as she showed up, I wasn't even like with anyone, so I had to like put on like airs or anything like that. Literally by myself. Like she showed up, and I just like boom, just paused. I was like, we're done. Like I'm done.
Yeah.
It was like, how hard can you possibly roll your eyes before you damage your body? Because that's about how hard I rolled my eyes.
It's so valid.
Like, episode 2, you're already here, like.
And it wasn't even her. She was like a flashback. It wasn't like it was like a hologram thing, like Obi-Wan. It wasn't like she was talking. I was just like, oh, fuck off.
I hated that. So yeah, now I'm on episode 3, but I only got halfway through it because I wanted to do not that. I'm not having a good time. But I will try to continue watching episodes after this podcast ends, I guess. There's only 8. I can make it through 8.
You can make it through 8. I made it through 8. I like just burned through that shit in the same day. And then Paleo's messaging me like, it's actually really good. It's way better than the movie. And I'm just like,
I didn't say it was really good.
You lied to me. You lied.
I said it was better than the special. That's all I said.
Okay.
It is better than the special.
They are better than the special. That is
true
information.
It's much better than the special. This is what Paleo said to me.
Bad.
Exactly what Paleo sent me the morning it happened. It's just like my friend Tyler. No, that's not the right thing. That is.
My friend Tyler.
Wow. Okay, where is it? Okay, where? Yeah, it's just like watching the new ponies. The first episode is way better than the premise. It's keeping my attention since the character focus. I think it's actually doing better than G4. I actually hate this show.
What?
Yes.
He's got the text. He's got the text.
He did say, all right, so here's what Paleo said. Watching the new ponies, the first episode is already better than the premiere IMO. It's keeping my attention more since it's character focused. And then I was just like, okay, Paleo.
Well,
go ahead, Hero. I'm sorry.
No, that's all. That's all I have.
That's it.
I don't know what else the show is like.
Okay. Who wants to go? Paleo Laura. Paleo Laura race. Paleo Laura race. Who wants to go?
Well.
He's like that kid. He's like, I got my hands behind my back.
Well, I did just put out a video about it, and I was working on the video last week, just like writing some notes down. And when I was actually streaming that, just talking to my chat about the show, and I actually had an animator come in that works on the show. And one thing I was able to confirm about this show is that Hasbro and Netflix gave them like very strict deadlines. So it definitely seems like this show is rushed, like after the movie, or I guess like during the production of the movie. But the animator also mentioned that, in her opinion, that it does get better as it goes on, as far as like animation-wise and writing-wise. Though I think we might be feeling that for a while, because what we have for this like first season, because like the chapters aren't like they're separate seasons. Like this is all part of the same season. It's the part of the same like 23 22-minute episode and 4 44-minute special season is what we have.
Wait, so how many episodes?
There's going to be 23 22-minute episodes and 4 44-minute specials, which we already have had one of those with the premiere.
Okay.
And we're having a second one in November with the Winter Wish Day episode. So, and then I guess we'll get another batch of episodes after that, but we don't know the dates of that at the moment. And I asked the animator too, and she has no idea. But it definitely seems like it's like the first seasons trying to find its footing at the moment, and I feel like with the way that Netflix is what is it called when you're like delaying something but like
Edging.
stifling the release. Well, I wasn't gonna say
it is edging.
Literally. What? That's what it is. That's what it is.
But yeah, because Netflix likes to do this with their shows, where they'll order like a season of something and then call it something else, whether it's like separate seasons or like parts.
Yeah.
The next batch of episodes is just My Little Pony G6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, we'll probably be feeling this for like around this time next year when like all the episodes have probably come out by then of this first season order, and we probably won't see like a lot of the improvements they've had for whatever writing they do for the next season until like sometime later, late next year.
Well, are they already done with production of everything? If stuff's not being released for
not everything, like it's still being worked on.
You know what they should just fucking do? They should just pull American Dragon Jake Long and change the animation. Just bring back those G4 puppets. Just bring those over.
That's not like the main problem with the show though. A lot of the problem is like the pacing and the writing.
Look, you know damn well if it was those G4 aesthetic and they were doing the same shit these horses, you'd be like, okay, you've got a booster now just because I like what I'm looking at.
No, because like they got the dragon and that's a big detriment.
Okay.
Literally, the dragon is so bad that it accounts for maybe legitimately 20% of the reason I don't like the show.
That's fair.
I hate it that much.
No,
yeah,
exactly. I fucking despise
that dragon's
shit.
pretty bad.
Why does it look like a human?
Why is it
Well, Steven, you said it was Cocomelon, right?
I think so.
Yeah. It's not going to be as fun as G4, is it, guys?
No.
No. Get off the roller coaster. But hey, as Transformers fans, we are used to this. So let's.
Transformers fans, Jaxblade, am used to this.
I will say that. Well, no, you know what? It's like that scene. What was that Krillin scene where he goes to go on? He's crying. He's like, "That's right, cry." It's just like I've been here many times before.
But I said in my review that like I'm gonna give it until like 2025 maybe, like 3 more years for this generation.
Oh, wait until 5 years from now.
No, like, that's how long he thinks it'll last.
Oh,
Until 2025.
I thought you said you're gonna wait that long until you see if you like it or not.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what, guys?
That's how long I think it's gonna last.
What is this, One Piece?
We got a super chat from Anime Guy saying, reminds me of Cuphead and Pokemon. Netflix releases parts of the show and they could be releasing week to week and making things so much nicer. I am curious about, like, unless it helped out with, like, for the animators and writers and I guess everyone to finesse things, because I feel like that's what this needs. It still just needs finesse. And maybe it sounds like a lot of people would be happy with one less dragon. But, like, I almost wonder if the Sting, if this just doesn't end up ever being what some people would consider good, if it takes away that Sting that we're just getting it in big chunks. So it's not like, oh my god, I've suffered through this war for 20 weeks as opposed to all right, well that day sucked.
I think the fact that like we're kind of like lukewarm on the whole thing, it's just like,
speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Sarah, you and I feel like we're gonna have almost the shortest review of this because we kind of both looked at each other. I asked you, I said, so what did you think after the 8th episode, and what did you say?
I said, it's all right.
It's just it's all right. It's
all right.
Yeah, like it made me laugh in parts. Like there's like some jokes land. I felt like the animation was an improvement over the special, which was good. It's still not great. by any means, but you know, it's better than the D- that we saw with the special.
Yeah.
There was I was saying it on the POS podcast, like, there are like a few times where it made me laugh. Like in episode 1, there was a joke that for some reason just really got me. It was just like, because he was like, yeah, it's a bracelet, but she put it in her hair, so it's that now.
Yes!
That
Yeah.
was really funny.
Yeah, there are moments. There are moments that are working.
Yeah.
You know, you can't rely on just moments to carry a show, but I do know from, at least from our side of things, I think we're both well prepared to continue on and hope to see the improvement with it. I don't, you know, I guess I'm creating my expectations for what's to come and hoping that it'll be better.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I'm side with you guys. One of the things I need to just be upset about is the villain, because I don't love the colors.
Yeah.
And also, like, she's so nothing. She's just like,
I feel like they tried to loosely base her off of Hades, but they forgot to make her, like,
likable
and also threatening. Like, she's not. I don't get it. I don't feel the threat. I'm just
don't either.
This is the person
She's
that
like,
Twilight had to
she's
divide
just
magic into little factions for. Like,
I love the bit where they're like, oh my god, she got a hold of some of the dragon's burp or whatever it is.
Fire. Flew for 2 seconds.
Yeah, and then there was like, oh, now we're gonna see her ultimate power, and she just was like, I can fly now, apparently, and it's like, okay.
There might be more to it, but like,
no, it's all stupid. I hated everything. It sucks.
What was? You know what thing I thought was good?
Literally, Sunny is like the dumbest shit in the entire show. Where she's
everyone
like,
was really stupid.
Everyone.
They're flanderized.
Drank chlorine and became stupid. It's like,
yeah.
It's like, I'm you, Sunny, and your cell phone you found on the ground, and don't ask questions about it. It's like, oh, cool, it's me. I can't wait to achieve my dream. What's your dream? Did myself just ask me a question? It's like, I know, like, suspend your disbelief, but like, I can deal with the visuals being a bit different. That's okay.
Yeah, that's...
The characters feel like they like half of their personality, whatever made them kind of just have any kind of spark to them, like, just did not make that transition over from the film to the series at the moment. And that just, and the worst part is I just don't really care. I'm like, yeah, I'll watch other things. I don't care. G4 was cool. Maybe it was lightning in the bottle, and we have to accept that, and the G5 will attain it.
I'm still gonna watch it.
I'm still gonna watch it as it comes out, but I think I said it after I watched the series. I was like, I'm probably not gonna watch it, like, rewatch it. I'm just gonna watch it as it comes out.
5 more episodes.
But like the movie, like, the movie's so good, so it's like, man.
It's unfair, all right, because like you have, like, first off, a top tier CGI movie, and it's like, when you have a CGI show that follows that, it like it's barely ever compare, unless like you're talking about TMNT 2012, which is a different universe, shit like that, and TMNT 2012, that's way better. But like, it's that movie is just so damn good. The voice acting's good, the songs are great, like the characters are likable, everything is just like so great. So it's just like everything is going to be in when they go out. But like when you watch that fuck, was it Make Your Mark, Tell Yourself?
Tell your tale.
Tell Your Tale, whatever the fuck.
Tell Yourself.
Whatever it's fucking called. That damn show. Like, I would have preferred it if it all looked like that, to be honest. I really would have. Like, for me personally, I think it makes me laugh. Like, what was it? There was an episode we watched at, what was it? What was that fucking... Yeah, Winnie City. Well, it made me laugh really hard. I can't remember what specifically it was, but there was something in that those shorts that made me laugh really hard. So I was like, I like this thing now. So like that warmed up for it. But like this show is just, I don't know. It just that's the strawberry shortcake type of CGI. It does not hit for me the same way. It just doesn't.
So as I'm watching G5, and I know Jax, you'll be going into crazy mode here in a bit from you saying this, but like, I'm making my way through Rise of the TMNT, and I'm just like, God damn it, I just want to turn off G5 and watch it. Like,
Rise of TMNT is fucking goated, which is so funny because everyone hated that at first, but then it turned out to be great.
I watched the movie yesterday.
I was just disinterested. I was like, it's TMNT, it's Jax's thing.
Mm-hmm. It is such a funny thing to talk about fucking Rise of TMNT and like how everyone seems to forget that every single TMNT had a fucking excuse me, let me let Rambo. Hey Rambo. Come on, buddy.
Oh, you go, puppy. Yeah.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
Did your child bring you a dead skunk?
No, not yet. But no, it was just every TMNT show has like been besides the first one has been shit on when it's released. 2003 got shit on because it was too emo and dark and shit like that because the people from the 80s cartoon didn't read the comics. They were like, oh good, it's fucking shit. Then 2012 got shit on because it was CGI, and then it was like, you know, it was like turned out to be one of the best shows ever. And then Rise got shit on because they felt like it was more Teen Titans Go-ish versus that, and they changed all the Turtles' personalities, which a lot of people had to get used to, but then turned out great. So all the TMNT shows are great. With Ponies, I think it's just a bit, it's just like, I agree with you, Paleo, when you said it should be in a different universe. Should be a different thing.
Yeah.
Stephen.
Put down the gun.
Steven's penis.
I was on the awkward cast on Sunday, and one thing Cosmic Keyframe said about it was like, with G4, like when it came out, it felt like it was like the product of a creator.
Yes.
Where this like it at least the show, not so much the movie, but the show feels like, oh no, this is a product of Hasbro, is what it feels like at the moment.
100% agree.
Not great.
It's like, oh yeah, you can tell this is based on a toy. Like,
yeah.
I hate the technology. I do. I'm sorry. Like.
I really don't much care for it. It's confusing.
It takes out kind of the magical element. I'm just like.
It really does.
I don't know what's that.
I was thinking about that while watching it, and I'm like, you know, I guess if you want to take it this way, we all grew up in a time where social media was not a thing. It was it was growing into a thing. Kids these days, unfortunately, because there was like a whole episode that was kind of touching on that, like, you know, social media clicks, whatever. And I'm like, it's, you know, that's what kids these days are gonna grow up into and grow up with. So I kind of get why
shadow banned.
I kind of get why that stuff's being hit upon. I'm not saying that in any way am I like, oh, I'm glad that you know, everyone has cell phones now. That's perfect. But I think I just accepted it in that frame where I'm like, if that's a lesson that, like, it's weird to us because it's like, well, this doesn't belong in a cartoon. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
but
for me, it's less of this doesn't belong in a cartoon. It's more of this doesn't belong in like a fantasy universe that like such that, you know, G4 created.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
being in cartoons. That's not the thing for me.
Well,
yeah, true.
Like I said, I'm not necessarily sticking up for it, but that's what I got from it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I got.
That's why I was like, okay, I guess I see why. Now, it is funny. Like, it is, you know, like, when you do think too hard about it, you know, I mean, this could go with any show or movie where there's certain things that you can think too hard about with animals and technology, and you go, but why? But yeah, the fact that, I mean, I guess... See, now in my head I'm working on excuses for it, but I was gonna say they technically didn't have magic for a while, so they had to come up with something, and then they got magic, and then they should throw their phones away now.
Well, I mean, I think that is a good point. Is that, you know, there was no other, you know, ways of communicating with people.
They ran out of dragons to send their text messages.
Earth ponies for a while were just like,
oh god, yeah. Yeah. Well, I will say this. Like, I know we already kind of figured this out from Hitch from the movie, but I do laugh thinking back to, like, our greatest fear was like, oh no, he's going to be like some jackass dude guy. And he isn't?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, There's that, but again, that's also just piggybacking off of what we already knew from the movie.
Well, did he say what in the movie a lot?
In the special, I think he said. Did he do that in the movie?
I don't know if he probably did like once,
Silver-
and then
yeah.
somebody in the writing team was like, "That's it. That's what we gotta have him say 15 times."
Silver
in the
Quill
special."
called that out in the special. He's like, "Why is it every time?" And I didn't even pick up. I don't know. It made it through, or it did not make it through my brain filter.
Hasbro loves that shit.
Hey,
what?
Hey, what?
Say what? Yeah, like if you know if the hub was still around, that would be in the promo. My Little Pony G5 is coming up next. Say what?
Every time.
Yeah. No, So I'm curious who. So I know Jaxman. Is there anyone who's just completely given up on it at this point?
I want to give it at least a season.
Okay, that's fair.
See,
Yeah, there's like
seems
even
me.
up to where like the G4 stuff. I mean, like I'm with you. It makes me roll my eyes. I'm like, okay. But like, because it seems so derivative to be like the ponies were racist again. I'm like, how about just get hit by a nuke then? So, can you imagine that, a species that's racist all the time? But like,
Let's hit him with a nuke.
hit him with a nuke. Don't Russia's gonna save us. No, but I actually think what this show just completely catches us off guard and turns out like Twilight's evil, where she's like,
That would be so bad.
that'd be
I'm
the
sorry.
worst twist if Twilight fell from grace. Equestria was destroyed. She wanted to steal the magic, and it's like this opal essence where it is like, I came here to turn the tide to turn things around and stop Twilight, and it's like, whoa, wow, how bold.
Also, why was Twilight small in the like?
Yeah, why was she
She's
so
never
small?
flowing name either.
Yeah, she wasn't like her Celestia size. I was
Actually,
wondering.
yeah,
about
when we were watching it too, I asked Steve, I was like, based on her being Unicorn Twilight, like, do you think that they just didn't want to have to do the big hair version? Or, like, this actually happened between the end of where the series ends and where the epilogue starts?
Well, now we're asking the real questions.
that. Now we're asking the real
We're gonna be
questions.
like, listen, I don't
Do,
know.
do, 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 do.
I could see them being like, what does Twilight look like again? Well, here's our toy of Twilight Sparkle.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
Make her look like that so we can sell more. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna hang around. It's okay enough that it hasn't lost me either. I'll continue to watch and see where it goes. Hopefully it doesn't piss me off.
It's like those Dragon Ball fans when Dragon Ball Super came out, and they were like, "It's good, it's good."
Was that you?
Nope. I said there are video proof of me back in 2015. Like, what the fuck, Dragon Ball? Okay.
I do wonder though, and this is just like a real, like, just kind of for the future thought, is let's say that G5 just doesn't gel with a lot of people. Like, you know, let's say that it becomes clear that the demographic, you know, it was not the for everybody, you know, and we just kind of go, I wonder how conventions will, like, how they're going to handle that. Are they going to be like, well, we should still kind of be hiring the G5 actors? Or are they going to be like, well, we should really focus on... I would think that a mix is the best way to go right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's so weird, because it's just like, oh yeah, if you have like a G4 con, yeah, and then like G5 was so welcomely loved it, like by
No G5.
yeah, like G5 was like, oh yeah, like when they were first introduced, it was like, oh yeah, you can invite these people. It's like, there's no way in hell you're getting Vanessa Hudgens in here, but yeah, I mean, like, sure, you can get these people.
Or go off, I guess.
Exactly, you know what I mean? But it's just like, now with the show just being sort of like, like I that's a very curious thing, because like, do they invite people from like G3 or G2 or G1 to the pony cons?
They're all dead.
Well, well, the funny thing about that, Jax,
it's like the G5, the town, they're not bringing in the attendees. What do we do? And it's like, you must be truly desperate. And they're like, we need your help, Mr. Larson.
Right.
You have to be a guest again.
What were you saying, Jack? I'm a paleo.
Yeah,
I just said
what are you saying to yourself?
Yeah, I just talked to myself.
That was Jordan asking.
Stupid Jordan.
Shut
up, Debo.
High
No,
five.
Why are you
I
talking?
was gonna say, I was like, a funny thing about that Jax, Tabitha, and Andrea actually voiced on the G3.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. She was like Spike on that, wasn't she?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know that like a lot of the G4 like voice actors also voiced previous generations before.
What about G2?
What, for like Violet Ponytails?
Yeah, did anyone? Have we seen any of them at a con?
I don't think
I
so.
thought G2 was the one that didn't exist.
Yeah, G2 like Violet Ponytails is technically part of G1, but like G2 is supposed to be referring to the toy line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So My Little Ponytail. Oh wait, so the one with Megan in the movie, like that didn't have a show attached to it.
Yeah, that had a show.
But they were still.
That was My Little Pony and Friends.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
My Little Pony and Friends, My Little Pony Tales. Like, have we had any voice actors from them at the PonyCon? Because there's your answer.
Was
It's
it?
like if they have multiple gen ponies, like at these cons, then it's just like, oh yeah, we can just
I
keep
thought-
buying them, just like banking off that.
I thought, and I could be misremembering, but I thought Tabitha was involved in that.
I think Tabitha was in Gen 2. I think.
Danny DeVito.
Guy
Danny
fucking-
DeVito.
Yeah, let's get it, Danny DeVito. He was,
Danny
he was in the first movie.
There you go.
Yes, get him. Whoever's
Get
listening
him.
goes to conventions, ask for Danny DeVito.
Come
from
on. Come on, guys.
Do it.
He was in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I remember.
Philly.
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Oh, man.
That's a good one. That's good.
Well, yeah. I guess any last thoughts on the second chapter of Generation 5?
You're on thin ice, G5.
Get better.
Yeah, get good.
Get good.
Damn it. I'm a fucking 30-year-old man. I need to watch my ponies.
I watch my goddamn horses.
Damn people.
Damn.
Damn. William Shatner was a pony, Nathan. He was in the best episode of G4.
All right. Well, we are pulling down the spoiler screen, but like I said, if someone does have any questions, or should we just leave it up for the rest of the podcast? Anyways, we're going to open up Q&A right now for anybody. If you submit through Super Chat, we will guarantee to answer your question. If you submit through Twitter, we will aim to get through as many of those as we can as well. Hashtag SPP questions to submit your questions on Twitter. And
We already got
Remember
one
the Super
from-
Chat.
Yeah, Anime Guy sends a Super Chat. Thank you. Thoughts on Sprout's role in the show? I thought he was going to be more of a thing. And he, sure
it was
wasn't.
a short role.
He was just a janitor.
He just got community service.
Yes, I was hoping he was gonna be more fun and
Yeah.
like be more involved.
Yeah.
Didn't even sound.
Guess
Yeah.
That was it.
I mean, it's like so hard to imitate his voice, right?
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like, it's so weird. Like, there's some voice actors where it's just like they're so distinct, and it's just,
Oh, actually, I will add this. Because I remember Paleo pointing it out in his review, and I agree with it. The intro song, I didn't think much of it, but I've realized that it has wormed its way into my ear.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like,
every pony
everywhere, come on now and pull my hair. Da, 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 da.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
I want to get there. How do I get there?
Get where?
I want to get to the point where I'm having fun with that because right now I'm like.
No, you're gonna stay that way, brother.
Oh, that reminds me actually, because the songs in general, I think that's also something where I'm like, they need to either commit or just stop. Like, they're doing like these weird generic like, oh, we're gonna do like a 15-second song, and I'm like, what? Huh?
I also talked about this on the POS. Again, it's only from the first 2 episodes, so that's all I watched. But it was in the first episode when Pip was like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but she was just like in a song. Like this one. I was like, that's the laziest way to transfer into a song. I was like, that was horrible.
Here, you got like halfway through that and you already sounded so exhausted.
It is weird. It like because the songs don't really come across as like, oh hey, this was like written at all.
Good.
Like they're not like the lyrics are basically like, I'm a pony walking on all fours. I'm a pony walking on all fours. Hey, I'm a pony walking on all fours. Yeah, and they're like, that's the song. I'm like, I can't wait to buy the soundtrack.
Actually, yeah, I want that song. The one thing is just take that sound clip and remix it and like give me the whole song. I need it.
Get on it.
I'm a pony walking on a foot.
Hey!
I'm a pony
I'm not
walking
joking,
on
we
a
need
foot.
this.
Look at that, Brony musician incoming.
I'm a
This
pony,
musician,
I'm a
thank
pony,
you.
I'm a pony, I'm a pony, I'm a pony walking. Bring it back to 2013. Why not?
Hell yeah, get Alex on that.
Base sends a super chat saying general thoughts on Misty.
She's cute.
I love Misty.
She's
I
the
want
best
to
part
like
of the
her
show.
more than I do.
She's stupid too.
Everyone likes her more than I like. She's cute.
Yeah, I want to
I-
really like her, but like, man,
I really like her main.
hard.
She's dumb.
You know how like literally how applicable that scene is. It's like I really like her main. That's all I got to say
Yep.
about her.
That's
Exactly.
basically it.
That's all I care about is her main.
Thanks, Claire.
She's just sneezing up a storm right now.
Yeah, I enjoy Misty. I feel like she's. At times I'm like, oh no, she's like sometimes maybe the most interesting one in the show.
Oh no.
Like that, I don't know if that should be happening. At times, it's not all the time. But yeah, she's very guilty though. Like if she gets put into like court, like she's going to jail.
Oh yeah.
She can't lie for
Yeah,
shit.
just like Sprout.
Yes. So at least
Community service.
I would be more convinced that Sprout could get away with some shit. Like for her, they'd be like, "Did you murder this person?" And she'd be like, "Yes, no, yes, and she didn't, but that's what she answered." And they're like, "Well, okay, it's obvious."
Oh, so she's an idiot. Okay.
A lot of them do really stupid shit. Like,
she has anxiety.
So do I.
Oh, so she's. Oh no, that'd be terrible. That's a terrible thing.
Go ahead. I can sense what you're saying.
In horrible taste. I love all my
Horrible.
people.
Yes.
It's totally me.
Oh.
What else is out there,
Let's
Sarah?
see. Let's go to Twitter. Deegan Denigan asks, "Have you all ever played Five Nights at Freddy's or Emily Wants to Play?"
So I'm probably the only person
No.
who likes Five Nights at Freddy's.
I have not played
Hey?
Five Nights at
And
Freddy's.
maybe also the only person who's played it actually. Maybe Siggy.
I like the first one.
I haven't
Okay.
played it yet. Yet.
Okay.
I probably will be soon though.
Perhaps.
Oh,
When I-
for spooky season.
Aren't
Yeah.
they making a movie of that?
At some point.
That wasn't
Yeah,
with
Jason
Nicolas
Blum
Cage.
is supposed to be making it, but
Oh.
Oh, really? Blum is making it? Oh, fuck.
yep.
Ooh. Speaking of scary movies, or whatever you want to call them, Happy Tree Ozzy asks, Race, if you thought this Jeepers Creepers reboot is bad, wait till you see The Munsters directed by Rob Zombie. It's so bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. That's on Netflix right now.
Uh-oh.
Is it bad?
Yeah, right now.
No, it was, yeah. I saw, I didn't even realize, I started seeing things for it, and I was like, where does this movie exist? So, I guess that explains it. It's streaming.
Not where can I watch it? Where does this movie exist?
Where does it exist? In Generation 5 or Generation 4? What else we got, Sarah?
Let's see.
Oh, I like this one. Can I ask this one?
Sure.
Deegan did again asking, this year is the 30th anniversary of Goosebumps books. I wonder,
Yes.
what's your favorite monsters from Goosebumps? Did we not?
Oh,
I feel like we talked about this recently.
I mean,
That's
there
all
were
I can
movies.
think of.
okay.
There was
The monsters or like creatures that could be, because I mean, like, there's like some things that are like aliens and shit.
Yeah,
Like, there's, like,
I
the whole-
always like the monster blood stuff.
Yeah, the monster blood was good because it was just like the blob for kids, and
Yeah.
then
Monster blood.
that was the green stuff. Because I remember there was one episode. They like even if you like there was a book and then there was an episode where like it was like a two-parter and it was on the plane and it ate everyone on the plane.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was fucking cool, man. And then like they like did something to make it like throw up. I like the haunted mask. That's just a classic, iconic one. But
I have that on VHS.
Oh yeah, it's classic. That freaking poster is just iconic. Anything with Slappy. Slappy is just
Slappy's my
great.
favorite. I think
Yeah.
it's funny because I could think of my favorite like monster was Slappy, but I remember the book cover that I was like, that is the coolest one. And I don't even remember if I ever read the damn book. But Say Cheese and Die, I was like, this looks so cool. There's skeletons and they're barbecuing.
Oh yeah.
Wait, like you're
yeah.
having a barbecue?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Say Cheese and Die. It was like there was like the skeletons have like wigs, or some of them have wigs, because it's like, oh yeah, we're just doing it. It's like Say Cheese and Die.
Yeah.
And then it was crazy.
I don't know why, but that one really resonated with me as a kid. I was like, whoa, that looks crazy.
Also, one of my favorites, though it's not for quality or good, is that one where you think the kid is like a ghost, but it turns out he's not a ghost. He's just invisible on an alien planet or something, or alien. And then like what happens is it's so bad, it's so funny. Like the entire episode, you're thinking this one kid is being haunted, and it's like, what the heck? No, like what's going on here? And then the very end, it turns out the kid who's doing the haunting is actually like a escaped human or something like that. And so like the parents and the kid who was haunting all turn around, and then they get eyes in the back of their head and teeth in the back of their head, and they start smiling at him. And it's just so weird. It was so stupid. I loved it so much.
It's time for
Hair
Goosebumps.
aliens, goosebumps.
It's time for Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
It's time
Hair
to
aliens,
get
goosebumps.
Nerds.
I wonder how that kid's doing.
I hope he's doing well.
It was probably like a 40-year-old man who just has a voice like that.
No, it was literally a
He
child.
actually recorded that on his like VCR camera like 2 days ago.
Mhm.
We got anything else, Sarah?
Let's see. Waddles asks on Twitter, did you guys see the trailer for I Love You, You Hate Me, a 2-part documentary series about the hatred towards Barney?
Yeah. I did.
What?
Did you see that freaking
No.
clip of him like mugging that woman?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I clicked. It's funny.
That's perfect for a purse snatching.
Come
I
around when you need them.
I think that was some of my earliest form of being bullied
Oh yeah.
as a kid. Yeah, I was on a youth soccer team, and I had this shirt that I really liked. As a kid, I was a fan of Barney,
Same.
and there was a race car shirt with Barney, and I was like, fuck yeah! Like that's what I said, because I was,
Said that, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how I spoke when I was 16. So, I was wearing the shirt. No, I was probably like 8 or 9, and I mean, does that even sound right? 7, 6? Actually, no. Now I can't remember how young I was because I forget how young you start at youth soccer. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, I was young, and I got into my coach. And his kid, my coach swung by to pick me up to help drive me into soccer practice that day. Nice gesture, thank you. And I got in and starts driving, and he goes, I think he said something to the effect of like, if you ever want to ride for me again, you got to get rid of that shirt.
That's
What?
ridiculous. That is genuinely fuck that.
An adult
Wait,
man
how old
doing
is
that with a child?
And he and his son were like laughing at me, and I was just like, fuck. And
That
Wait, how
fucking
old were you?
sucks. I am so sorry, genuinely.
yeah.
Wait, how old were you when this happened?
God, like I said, I'd have to go back. Let's say 8.
Okay. Is he still alive? Where is he? I'll pay him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, your coach was a loser. I'm sorry to tell you.
Yeah, he sounds like an asshole.
No, I know this. You know, when because I remember, you know, getting home from practice that day, ripping the shirt off, throwing it on the ground, and I told my mom, that's got to go. Because, you know, as a kid, you don't go, no, they're being an asshole. You're like, oh my God, they're right.
Yep, you're like, oh, there's something wrong with me.
And yeah, no, I remember that. I want that shirt back. I want my Barney race car shirt.
I know what to get you for Christmas.
Right.
Buy a shirt at a store, like at Goodwill.
I will find you one.
If you could, oh my God,
I will find you one. I'm Jaxblade. I can do anything. So yeah.
I'm gonna forget about this and to be like, what the hell?
Yeah, you are.
Why did I receive 6 Barney shirts at this time?
Right.
One bring Barney shirts for race.
But yeah, no, it was that race car Barney shirt, and yeah, like again, like looking back at it, I have no doubt of who was in the wrong in that scenario. And to be honest, I remember when I told my parents, my dad had a chat with the coach.
Oh, good.
Good dad.
But
you're a good dad.
yeah, no, he did good, but you know, unfortunately, that didn't change my mind about I got to get rid of this, because it wasn't just a factor of like, oh, he took care of it there. It's, you know, it was like, no, I got laughed at, and you know, like they always like harp on that kind of stuff in media when you talk about kids in school and like, oh, their experience. But yeah, like it's true. Like we've been through that where it's like, you have an opportunity to not be the kid that's being laughed at. And it sucks because in a large part, this is how school was, right? It's like, oh, don't be the kid. So
Don't be the glue eater. Don't be the fucking guy.
The good part is when you start to figure out that you don't give a fuck. And that's when life gets better there. So
it's perfect.
Yep. R.I.P. Barney race car t-shirt.
Man, you gonna get it back. Fuck.
Yeah, you're lucky. If Ryan Walterson is here, he is like got his feelers out in the internet right now, like fucking.
I'll find out someday. That
I'm gonna get you one.
That like my parents still have it for some reason, and I'll be like, oh, after all this, it was just in my parent's garage.
I'm gonna find. What's your shirt size?
I'm an extra large, Jax. If you could find a Barney t-shirt.
Okay, you're
can you wear those ironically these days? Like,
yeah,
or would someone be like, "Hey,
dude, you can wear fucking"? There are like buff dudes who wear Dora the Explorer shirts just because.
Yeah, but I'm not buff. I don't got.
No, but I'm saying like, there's like people out there who wear like shirts of just like various shit, like Little Bear or like Franklin and stuff like that, and they have nothing to do. They're like in their like 30s or 20s, and it's just like, oh, it's because it's retro.
Yeah.
Well,
but yeah, a whole group of people who like wear like My Little Pony shirts and like meet up with each other just for nostalgia,
right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Fucking weird.
No, I was gonna say if this does happen to happen.
Yeah.
If this happens.
Grammatically correct.
Anyways, I was gonna say just remember it's not just Barney. Like I don't want anyone to go out there and be like he just wants Barney apparel because I'm gonna feel bad when I'm like no it was specifically Barney race car, and by no means I don't want anyone to feel the pressure. Like I'm not saying like, you know, you gotta go find this, but I'm just saying Barney race car t-shirt. Nathaniel sent us a super chat saying, I used to constantly be mocked at the YMCA for enjoying Barney when I was younger, so I relate to you, Race.
You know, it's
Daniel's also on
not
the
funny that this happened at all. So in high school, I had a friend, and I won't say his name just in case somehow he hears this, but he was horrified of Barney. I don't know what happened to him, but like he could not be in any vicinity where there was a Barney shirt, a Barney thing like that, or whatever. And so like one day, like the chemistry teacher found out about this, and then like he was doing like the because he thought it was just a joke thing, and he was just like telling the class like, "Oh yeah, chemistry, blah blah blah," and he's doing the PowerPoint, blah blah blah, and then on one of the slides, she just had like Barney like, "Hey kids," and that kid fucking threw the desk over, ran the fuck out the window, ran down the hallway, and we were just like, "What the fuck?" and shit like that. So, that was insane. I just remembered that now. So
that poor kid is probably traumatized.
he was a fucking 17-year-old kid. He's fine. He's
Xenophobia, man.
Fine.
Yeah, no, I understand. My friend is. I have so many.
Well, maybe you know what? Maybe that same guy was my dad, or excuse me, was my soccer coach.
Yep, that's
and that's why is because I was wearing a shirt that was scaring the shit out of his son, and he said, "You cannot wear that if you're gonna ride with me."
Gotta be him.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he was trying to be a good dad.
That's what happened.
Oh my god.
That's canon. That's canon.
I love these pictures that people are pulling up with the freaking Barney characters go-karting.
Yes.
BJ coming to beat.
BJ coming to beat.
Doesn't she look like she's on a fucking mission though?
Oh yeah, she's gonna slap a bitch. Oh god.
BJ
Well,
coming to beat your ass.
I think that's gonna be a wrap here tonight. Certainly,
Good thing got BJ in the chat.
Yeah, a lot of fun discussion. Want to say a big thank you to everybody joining us here live, and of course those that watch on delay. Thank you to our podcasters coming on out, talking about some big topics tonight, like Ambazar eating mayonnaise and BJ in a go-kart. Wait. Anyways, so yes, we're gonna be back in 2 weeks. So that should be the 19th, October 19th, which will be, oh my gosh, that's going to be our pre-Halloween. So maybe, hopefully people could show us what they're going to dress up as.
Yeah.
So we want to see costumes. So we will see you all then, October 19th, 2 weeks from now, Wednesday. We'll see you then. Thank you for joining us on the Semi-Perfect Podcast, and you all have a good night.
And thank you to our super chatters.
Oh, super chatters. I forgot
to bring up the list.
Oh my god. Wait.
Thank you to all of our super chatters.
Thank you to all of our super chatters.
You know who you are.
And you all have a good night.
Dem ponies.
Dem ponies.
Them ponies.